Win, lose, draw.
Hello, welcome to the Win, Lose, Draw podcast. This is episode 18. We've got Simon, the usual.
Bonjour.
And we've got Josh. He's back again. He's
Hello.
been here before.
Yeah, this is second time around
Second visit.
for me.
How are we all doing?
Put in. Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
It's a little evening podcast. We do Sundays normally, so it's a proper different vibe on a Monday.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Feels
Weekday.
different. But anyway, should we crack into the news straight up?
Yeah.
San Marino have got back-to-back clean sheets in competitive, and they're 0-0s. And do you see their captain cried in the interview afterwards?
I did hear about that.
Oh wow.
It's good, but yeah, I mean, usually it's 12-0. So
Yeah, they usually get battered, don't they? But their Nations League group was very favourable to them.
that's literally the best thing about the Nations League is
Yeah,
those teams aren't just getting battered.
it's kind of competitive.
Yeah, the
for
minnows
whatever
have
level
it.
you are.
Have a chance, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because I think they had Andorra and Liechtenstein or something, which are very much the level of San Marino.
I know that's the pot of dreams, really, isn't it? Obviously, there was the European qualifiers. When was it? On the weekend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
over the weekend.
yesterday and Saturday.
So basically, for the Northern Ireland ones, they had fans in. They had them in these little disinfecting pods. So I'm just going to put the video.
Oh wow.
I'm just going to put the video here.
Oh, wow. I didn't think these were real.
Yeah, I know. It's mental. I mean,
I don't think it would stop it completely, but I suppose it helps.
no, I guess disinfectant, but still, it reminds me a bit of Ross from Friends when he's in the sunbeds getting his spray tan.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi.
So it's literally just spraying them with, I'm guessing, disinfectant.
Yeah, but it's the way. Yeah, it's so random, these little pods. But I think because Northern
Fair
Ireland was in full lockdown, but they still had fans, which made no sense really. They're like, right, so you're not allowed to leave the house apart from this football game, which they ended up losing. But someone who didn't lose, Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah, mighty Scotland.
Finally, after 22 years.
I know. Well, 23 it'll be.
Yeah.
Bet they're
Thanks for that
buzzing.
extra year delay. But they basically went through playoff semi-final, drew, won on penalties. Playoff final, drew, won on penalties. And that means they'll be
Love
playing
to see
England.
it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a really
Yeah.
good game.
That'll be good. And hopefully there'll be fans for it. Any other news?
Not really. It's just international break, isn't it?
It's a boring
dull.
Bit dead,
lockdown
isn't
international break.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened.
And
In
we're
fact-
out the Nations League now.
Oh
We are
yeah.
indeed, yeah.
Not that matters really. But
Now
you know.
we're not winning it. We don't care about it. Last time we're like, oh, you know what? This Nations League's quite good.
Yeah. Classic.
Now it's like, oh, it's just a friendly, really, isn't it?
Mickey
Glorified
Mouse
friendly.
trophy.
That's like anyone who wins a Community Shield is like, trophy's a trophy, and everyone who loses it, it's just like glorified friendly.
Come on.
Right. We get into our main topic for today then. We're talking one-season wonders.
One-hit wonders.
Yeah. Basically, people who have come in, smashed it, and then just done nothing ever again. We're just going to go back and forth, putting out names, basically.
Put
And
a
this
few
is
in the
going to
mixer.
be a big old who, basically, this episode.
Big old throwback.
I'm looking forward to it. Simon, do you want to start? Who you got?
Yeah, I'll kick off. I'm going to save the best for last, I think. I think you all know who that's going to be. But I'm going to kick off with Benjani.
Love that.
Oh, nice.
When he
What a
was
guy.
at Portsmouth, I believe.
It was, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Redknapp.
It was, in
Oh,
fact. I had it prepared.
Benji.
I've got, again, it will be here. I've got Harry Redknapp talking about this Benjani transfer.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So Benjani basically, when he joined, he got 1 goal the season before, and then the next season he had 12 goals by Christmas. And Man City came in to buy him in January, and Redknapp was like, "Well, he's not going to do this again, so yeah." And
Love how he just knew. He's like,
Yeah.
not doing it again.
yeah, he's like, 9 million, I will take that. And then basically from there, Benjani didn't want to get on the plane. So he missed 3 flights from Southampton to Manchester, and in the end, it was deadline day. He got signed at like 11 p.m. like on the dot.
I had a centre forward called Benjani who I took from France, and I think for 14 games he hadn't scored a goal. And but the crowd loved him. I loved him. He never stopped working, running, chasing. He was such a trier. But when he got in front of goal, in fact, when we used to do shooting practices, I used to ring Southampton Airport to make sure there was no planes taking off, because he could have brought a plane down with some of his shots. The following year, he started to bang a few goals in, because suddenly Sven came on and offered me £9 million for him. Benji didn't want to go. He got to Southampton Airport and missed 2 planes, and eventually I had to drag him on the runway to push him onto a plane, and kept telling him what a great move it was to go to Man City. Somehow, don't ask me how, they got the paperwork through, and I was sitting there praying at the other end that it would go through.
Yeah,
Just imagine.
And then he was a stinker after that, wasn't he? At City,
Yeah, I'm just looking at his records. Like that 2007-8 season, they got 12 goals, and then after that, it's like 4 goals over 3 seasons at Man City.
Ooh, it's tough.
I know. He was a bit of a cult hero though, just from his Portsmouth days. Everyone kind of loved him.
Yeah, he was quite a fun player.
He had that celebration as well. It was like.
We just did like.
So I think my first one, I'm going to go with DJ Campbell.
Ooh,
It's a big old hoot.
I've not heard that name in a long time.
I know. So that was the Blackpool the one season.
The one season, yeah.
He scored 13 goals in 31 games for Blackpool, and it wasn't. You could have picked any name out of that Blackpool team, pretty much. I don't think any of them really. Charlie Adams was the only one who had a solid Prem career.
Yeah.
Gary Taylor Fletcher, I think he was. That's a who. Is that?
Yeah.
He was more like Championship.
Jason Punchin, isn't he at Palace?
Right, he had a solid career because he was like Southampton, Palace, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Average.
Lower end of the Premier League.
Yeah.
It did a job, but yeah, DJ Campbell. So he 13 goals in 31 games in the 10-11 season. Blackpool still got relegated. He moved to QPR 2 years later, and he scored 1 goal from, and then never played in the Prem again, and they just slowly dropped down the leagues.
Wow.
Which I think that is a proper one season wonder.
Yeah, definitely.
Not only he was, his team was.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've been through it.
I've got to admit, that Blackpool side, though, that Blackpool side in the Prem were really good to watch, because it was Ian Holloway as a manager for a start.
Yeah, which was
and he was
fun.
just the funniest bloke. In post-match interviews, he is so funny. And his team just didn't, like most teams that get promoted to come up, they just tend to like sit 10 men behind the ball and just defend for their lives. Whereas Blackpool literally did the opposite. They just literally went all out attack. They scored a lot of goals, but they conceded a lot of goals.
Yeah, they just went for it. And I want to say their early days, they were kind of like...
They're quite high up, weren't they?
Yeah, doing pretty well. So I looked, because I had in my head that they were like 5th in November, but it was a little bit... They were like early October. I think they were 4th in early October, like 5 game weeks in. So, but then still got relegated.
They beat Liverpool at Bloomfield Road.
Oh yeah, they did. So this is some of the names from their squad: James Beattie,
oh god,
Marlon Harewood.
Oh yeah, James Beattie, Southampton. Cool.
So these are both a 32-year-old James Beattie and a 30-year-old Marlon Harewood, a 33-year-old Brett Ormerod.
Wow.
Jason Newell. They just had old strikers.
Yeah.
Their squad's just mid-30s strikers,
Matt Phillips, who had quite a good career at QPR.
Oh, yeah, West Brom.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Jason Punchin, you're right. Andy Reid, he had a solid career at Sunderland afterwards. And then Charlie Adam, who probably did the best of the lot. So that's DJ Campbell for me. Who have you got next?
I've got Asama Jayan, who played for
Jan.
Jayan.
That's Mojan, yeah.
Jan.
He played 2010 to 11, just after the World Cup, when he did really well with Ghana. And I remember when he signed for Sunderland, I was like, how have Sunderland pulled that off?
Got basically the star of the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then he went to Sunderland.
How well did you do that season?
He had 2 seasons at Sunderland. First season, 10 goals and 31.
Solid.
And second season, 3 appearances, 0 goals. And then he went to
3 appearances.
He went to Qatar, didn't he?
He went to the UAE.
UAE, yeah.
Emirates League, yeah. So
Basically, had his 1 season in the Premier League, and then
just kill the bag.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's like running for presidency in Ghana or something now. I've
Really?
definitely heard something about him. Yeah, I've definitely heard something about him recently. About I don't know, or if he came out of retirement, or he's done something like pretty big, but I don't know what.
So yeah, I'm just going to hear. So apparently, Ghana's president forced him out of a 24-hour retirement for the African Cup of Nations.
How is it? It was something weird.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was something to do with the president or something like that.
Just also reading about outside football Wikipedia, it says he's been granted an air carrier license by the Ghanaian Civil Aviation Authority, and his startup airline is called Baby Jet Airlines. So he's got his own airline, essentially, what it sounds like. I don't know how that's going.
He has branched out.
Okay.
So random.
It was proposed, but it failed to start.
Wow.
That's a shame.
Yeah, right.
That'd probably be the first airline founded by a footballer.
That's probably quite a good podcast. Like
That's a proper
things footballers
trivia question. That is.
Yeah, right.
Things footballers do out of retirement. That's a good idea. To be fair. Just one off the top of the head. Asu Akoto, DJ.
Did he?
He didn't even like football. He didn't even like football.
He did
as well.
not.
That's the
No, he
funny
just
thing.
wanted to be a DJ.
Yeah, he just wanted to be a DJ, and he was after he
Disco
retired.
Benny.
He was a DJ. Yeah.
And Thomas Gravison was like he basically owns like loads of casinos in Las Vegas. And he's made more money like by far than he made it in football.
Yeah, that's like a player for Flamini.
Flamini, yeah. It was it like renewable energy or something?
Yeah, renewable energy, like eco stuff.
Yeah.
He's made bank off of that.
Right. That's definitely
there we are.
A good topic another time.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be well up for that. So my next one. My next one's a little bit before our time, I'd say, but reading about it, I just had to include it. It was Marcus Stewart. You've probably heard the name.
Yeah, I recognise the name, but
so he played for Ipswich in the 2000-2001 season, which we were like 6-7, so a little bit before us. But so he scored 19 goals. Ipswich had just been promoted from the Championship, 19 goals, and Ipswich finished 5th. And then he scored 6 goals the season after, and they got relegated. So that was a proper, even Ipswich were the 1 season wonder there. So they got relegated in the same season they were playing in the UEFA Cup.
Ipswich in the UEFA Cup. Wow.
Ooh.
That's quite an impressive feat.
Yeah, especially if you think some of the teams that have done well recently, getting promoted and then doing well, like Sheffield United, Wolves, none of them have got 5th.
No.
And 19 goals, ones we've said so far, 19 smashes it.
That must be the highest a promoted side's finished in the Prem.
I assume so.
After the season after being promoted.
Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Newcastle in 93-94 and Nottingham Forest in 94-95 got promoted, then finished 3rd.
3rd, wow.
That's mental.
Jeez.
That is crazy to think about.
Just wouldn't
imagine that happening now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Bournemouth come back up next season, Robbie. Top 4.
Love it. Jason Tindall's Barmy Army.
HMS Pistol
just swap Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall like it's nothing.
Yeah, HMS Pistol League, all over it, all aboard. So, Simon, what's your next one?
Next one, I've got Roque Santa Cruz.
Nice, I had him
2007,
as
2008, 19 goals. I feel like he's been around for years. Like even at the time, I swear he'd been around for years.
Yeah. It did feel like it because he was Blackburn, right?
Yeah,
He
he's
did
just an
Blackburn
iconic.
after as well. I think he did both.
He was at Madrid, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. He's only
Yeah,
39. Blimey.
He started
Oh
probably
no, he
quite
was
young.
at Bayern Munich for like 8 years.
Did Blackburn buy him from Munich, or had he like dotted around?
Yeah, they bought him from Munich.
Yeah, and then you look at his numbers, and he never scored more than 10 for another club, let alone in a season.
Yeah, but for that one season at Blackburn. Well, he had 2 seasons there, but he scored 19.
What a guy.
Yeah, I had that.
Was he an attacking midfielder or striker?
Striker. My notes for him, I was like 07, 08, 19 goals, then nothing really.
He's still playing though, by the sounds of it.
Is he? He's not retired?
No, he's 39, playing for Olympia, which are a Paraguayan club,
Oh, nice.
which is where he's
Fair.
from.
He's got a very good international, all right, the record's not amazing. 112 caps for Paraguay, 32 goals. It's pretty solid.
Not bad.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I'll take that.
he was in that era of Man City where they just got money and they were like, should we buy another striker?
Yeah.
So they bought him for 19 million. He scored 3 goals. You know, just 6.3 million per goal.
Per goal.
He's been playing since 97.
That's
That's a
a
long
long
career.
career.
23 years.
23 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
It's like Buffon levels.
He's what, 42 now, isn't he? Buffon.
Buffon is, yeah. They just keep going somehow.
He's going to be rocking up in a wheelchair soon.
Right, who am I going to go with next? I've got a few questionable ones that I think might be a little bit more controversial.
What do you mean by questionable?
Not, I think controversial. Some of them are quite recent, and I'm not.
I've got a controversial one for you.
Okay, so there's not. Some of mine is like they definitely could not be a one season wonder, but I'm calling it basically.
Okay, so like potential future ones.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I like that.
but I'm
Okay.
putting a stop to them. So actually, I'll do it now. Tammy Abraham. He's had one season, and he's going to have nothing
Yeah, but-
else.
Would you even call it a wonder, his last season?
That's
I wouldn't
basically.
even call it
So
a
he
wonder
scored.
as a Chelsea fan.
He scored 15 goals,
Yeah.
which
In all
is in the
comps, right?
caliber of what we've seen. It's like
Is
30.
is that all comps or is that in Premier
No,
League
that was
only?
in the Prem.
Oh, really?
alone,
That's
and
actually
most of
right.
them-
Yeah, you scored more than I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
that's
of
not
them were
bad.
before February as well. So he had like that
He had half a season wonder.
pretty much, yeah. But yeah, I personally, I don't think he's going to repeat it.
Yeah, I mean, he scored a couple goals. He scored 2 and 2 last 2 games.
Yeah,
And then he scored
Yeah,
one
he's-
and then another goal before.
He's only 23.
yeah, I know that's
He's
what
young.
it's a little bit like controversial.
I
But
think he'll have to move elsewhere to get more game time. And
yeah,
Although you say that though, but at the moment Chelsea playing 4-3-3 with Werner on the left, Ziyech on the right, and Abraham up top.
so there's definitely a chance, and he is going to have
But
options,
he could-
and he's going to get
But-
given chances.
Yeah, he frustrates me a lot watching him play. But he
Yeah.
can score goals, obviously. But I don't know, like his all-round game is just nowhere near like the likes. For me, he's still Giroud. Giroud's so much better than him. I don't know why he
Yeah,
doesn't play.
Which is why
Giroud,
after
but-
Project Restart, that's kind of what happened, really, wasn't it? It was Giroud was picked over him quite a lot after the end of last
It'd be
season.
interesting to see, what Werner wants to do because he's happy out on the left, but I think he does prefer being the main number 9, and he is going to outscore him. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
It's
Wouldn't
definitely a
surprise
chance.
me if it was one season wonder.
Yeah, there is definitely a chance for it. I think that'll be an interesting one. But yeah, I think he's going to have to go a couple years. He might not get the opportunity at Chelsea, especially if they're going to push for the title. They're probably going to get more and more players in. If he doesn't step up, he'll be out basically.
Let's put it this way. I'll be very surprised if we win the title with Tammy Abraham being our main striker.
yeah,
Let's put it that way. And that's coming from a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
So-
Well, in our last podcast, we ranked English strikers, and the fellow Chelsea fan Jake that's always on, he put him. What was it? Sixth best English
Really?
striker in the Prem. he like Jake, similar things. He said he's frustrating to watch. He gets a lot of opportunities.
He misses
He
quite
misses
a
a
lot.
lot of He
Yeah.
misses a lot of chances, and his decision making is annoying to watch as well. Like, you just think you could just play someone through, and it's such an easy pass, and it's going to lead to a goal, or like a big chance at least. And he'll just like either hit it the other way, and there's like nothing really on. It'll just like shoot and miss, and you're like, if only you just looked up. And yeah, his awareness isn't quite there. But
Where is he? He's not got one trait that he's just amazing at. Like he's not rapid. He's not like an amazing dribbler. His shooting is quite good, but not all the time.
Yeah, there's nothing that is like, oh wow, he's world class at this.
Lacking X factor.
Yeah. He is 100%. And yeah, see,
I
think
I'm still surprised he scored 15 goals. And I would have said he scored 10. So 15. If he does 15 goals again this season, Premier League, you can't really be that harsh on him. I think the reason why we probably are is because, like you said, he'd scored most of those goals by January, February, and then he was pretty poor.
So if you think in 2020, it just feels like he's done nothing really.
Yeah.
Whereas 2019, he was smashing it.
But he could go back to that, or he could just go the other way. So yeah.
He's 23. There's time for him to step up, but I think he's going to probably be second fiddle a little bit for Chelsea. Yeah. Obviously, at the moment, he's starting. Then, who knows where he'll go? It could all depend on a big move, basically.
Agreed.
Simon, what's your next one?
So I'm going to throw one over to you, see what you make of this.
Okay.
It is a former Bournemouth player.
Okay.
And he had 37 appearances in the league last season. And he's now gone to Sheffield United, and it's Aaron Ramsdale.
That is, I didn't expect that. That was a curveball. I don't know who I was expecting then. I was thinking like maybe King or Wilson, maybe, but Wilson's kind of like...
No, Wilson's quite consistent over the years.
And he's not really been a wonder, he's just been consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is because Ramsdale was our player of the season in a relegated side, and he's not had a clean sheet yet at Sheffield United.
He hasn't.
And he could get relegated again.
I'm only saying this from what I've seen. Like, obviously, Sheffield are struggling.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, like, he has been at fault for some goals this season.
Which for us, he wasn't really. Which would be, I think he's young enough. Like, I want to say he's 21.
22, I think.
22, yeah. He's 22 years old. I think for a goalkeeper, he's got time. But then there's so many keepers. One that I nearly put on my list was Thomas Kuszczak. The Huszak. He basically had an absolute blinder for West Brom, signed for Man United and did nothing again.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, Ramsdale's definitely got danger of, like, if he gets relegated again, is another Premier League team going to pick him? Is he? Because I was thinking he'll be like in the England squad in like 3 years' time.
Yeah, he's number one for under 21s, isn't he? At the moment, but he won't be able to play for them much longer.
Yeah, up to he's 23, I think.
Yeah, till he's 23. So, yeah,
that'll be interesting.
I think he did really well last season, considering.
Yeah.
And I think this season, new. Obviously, I say it's new team for him. He did sign from Sheffield.
He went back to his old team.
Yeah, so it's not that new. I was going to try and say, maybe a different new players, different formation, but you can't really use that excuse. Just hasn't really gelled for Sheffield this season like it did last season. No. I don't think.
I think he's been unlucky that they've kind of been found out a little bit. Whereas I didn't think they would. I thought they'd like power on and have another solid season, but they've definitely early days still, but they have struggled. Yeah. So I'm going to stick with that former Bournemouth player. I'm going to go with another former Bournemouth player. So I'm going to go, this is another current player. I'm going to go Ryan Fraser.
Okay.
So in the 18-19 season, he got 14 assists
Yeah,
and 7
'cause
goals.
wasn't it the assist record with
So him and
Wilson?
Wilson had like the partnership that was, I think it was close to like the Shearer Sutton record. But
Yeah.
only Kevin De Bruyne had more assists than Fraser that season. Like 14 is high on for most seasons. Like the record's only 20, and 7 goals as well. Like 21 contributions is strong.
It's a solid season. It's a solid season. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I
You
mean,
just can't see him
everyone
doing
wanted
it
it
again.
basically. And then he basically had a little cry because he didn't get his move. And last season, granted, in a poor Bournemouth team, I'm not gonna deny that. He scored 1 goal and got 4 assists last season. And unlike Wilson, who's come into the Newcastle team off the back of a poor season, Fraser's not really had the starts.
Yeah, he's had
He's not
2
playing, has he?
appearances.
He's not been playing
In the
for
league.
Newcastle. Doesn't get in the team. I think I guess if he's not up to full fitness yet, because he had loads of time. Because he didn't even play during the lockdown, did he?
He didn't play at all in lockdown. Yeah.
He didn't. So he didn't sign a contract extension, did he? So I think in like May or June, he just stopped playing.
Yeah, over the summer.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised. I would have liked to have seen him, Wilson, and St. Maximin as a front three.
Yeah, I think that would be good. And I'm not doubting he's not a good player, but I don't think he's going to hit the heights he did that season. And then I think we're going to. He's just going to be a bit forgettable, I think.
Very mid-table.
Also, I would like to note that I am still bitter, so that does things.
Oh,
Look at that on the record.
Massively. Yeah.
I don't think you had to. I don't think you had to make us aware of that. I think we knew.
The fact that I put him in,
for the viewers at home.
But yeah, so that's I don't think Ryan Fraser will do that again. So
Yeah,
that's a bit more current.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to get back up to match full fitness, get sharp again to get anywhere close to that. And I can't see him doing it this season. So, yeah.
And it all depends on how, because he worked well when we were at like Bournemouth for an attacking side. Newcastle aren't really that. Obviously, counter-attacks he's going to be pretty good. With St. Maximin as well, who's rapid. Wilson's pretty quick. That would be good. And it might get him goals, but we'll see. Who have you got next, Simon?
Oh, who should we go for? I've got a little selection. I'm going to go for Benny McCarthy.
Of that, I had him as well.
06-07, scored more goals than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only Didier Drogba scored more goals than him that season. Another Blackburn boy.
Oh, was it Blackburn?
Yeah, Blackburn. Yeah.
Yeah, they've had a few cult heroes, Blackburn. Like,
I know. Well,
Morton
Benny McCarthy was that
Pedersen
season.
as well.
Oh, what a baller.
That's a name.
He was such a good player. His left foot was like a wand.
So Benny McCarthy was 06-07 season.
Yeah, that was his prime season. But I'm looking at his stats, and he did score, like, I've had a few seasons after that where he got 8 goals, 10 goals.
Yeah, he did get 10 in 28 games 2 years later, which is
yeah, I don't know if that's one season wonder, really. Also, looking back when he was at Porto, he was banging them in for 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But as far as Premier League, it's the fact that I think because 18's like a decent amount. Like, it's a very good amount, but I think it's because only one person did better than him.
Yeah.
That kind of skews it. Like,
second goal scorer in the league.
Second top goal scorer, yeah. And then didn't really hit the heights. Can you remember him being at West Ham? Because that threw me when I was doing my research.
No, I can't actually. But he didn't score any goals for them in the league. So.
Probably why. Yeah. But yeah, so that was Blackburn. 06-07, they had Benny McCarthy. He simmered a bit. And then season later, Roque Santa Cruz. Bagging 19 goals.
What a guy.
Do you remember when Blackburn were rumoured to get Ronaldinho?
Yeah. And wasn't it... they nearly got Lewandowski as well.
Yeah, but the Icelandic
vote,
stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big story. Because, he was going to sign from his Polish team. It was before he signed
before he went to Dortmund. Yeah, because I
It
think
was
he
been
went
like-
straight to Dortmund from, was it Legia
Yeah.
Warsaw?
Legia Warsaw, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So a volcanic ice cloud, volcanic
Ash
ash
cloud.
cloud, stopped Blackburn from getting Lewandowski.
And it would have been for like 4 mil as well, apparently.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
pretty sure. So like nothing.
Yeah, because they
Sam
probably
Allardyce was
they
fuming, I bet.
got relegated like not long after that as well.
Yeah.
Imagine how different it'd have been. But yeah, right. I'm gonna go. This is a who. Amir Zaki.
Yeah, I saw him come
wanna say
up when I was
Is that
looking.
Bolton?
I was trying to remember.
Wigan. This is the Wigan one.
God damn it.
He
It's
was
one of those
an
like
Egyptian.
vaguely familiar ones.
He was the OG
Yeah.
Egyptian king before Salah came
Oh,
along.
that's made me think of a different one.
You think of
Are
Mido?
you thinking
Yeah,
of Mido?
Mido. I was thinking
Yeah.
Mido when you said Egyptian
See,
king.
I've got both of those. So actually, I'll quickly
Really?
Mido. So he signed for Tottenham. Scored
Yeah.
2 goals
Yeah.
on his debut, and then 11 goals in a season. And he came in January.
Yeah.
So he
that's
basically
good.
smashed it. And then basically just did nothing for Middlesbrough, Wigan, and West Ham he played for.
Did nothing.
And then one thing I remember from Mido, there's a Twitter account. I don't know if it's still going, but it's called Forgotten Footballers.
Yeah, I think
And,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and basically they tweeted Mido and similar sort of stats to what I just said. He replied to them being like, in my life as a footballer, I made enough money to sleep with your mother 200 times.
Yeah, I do remember that tweet actually.
So he wasn't happy.
It just came out of the blue.
Yeah. I'll try and
Salty
find it.
Mido.
I'll put it there.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it when footballers go rogue like that.
Yeah, I know. Because you just don't expect it. And then, yeah, so to Amizaki. So this was, he signed for Wigan. This is the 08-09 season. But he got 10 goals in 29 games, but 5 of these were in the first 6 games.
wow,
So
good
first
run.
6 games this season, 5 goals, which, I mean, this season, everyone's doing that. But in a normal season, that's very good. And then he scored an absolute banger against Liverpool. So who have you got? We just did a double for me then, with Mido, the 2 Egyptians.
I'm going to go for a slightly more recent one of Papis Cisse.
Nice.
What a guy.
Yeah,
He's probably most famous for that goal
that absolute
Against
worldie.
Chelsea.
against Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, what a goal. What a goal. I remember watching that live and I was like, oh my God.
It
What has just
like
happened?
defied.
An absolute banana shot.
Yeah,
Like,
didn't make any sense
Didn't
at
make
all.
any sense. Like you wouldn't know
And
how
it
to
wasn't like
recreate
it wasn't like just anyone in goal. It was Petr Cech
Yeah.
as well.
yeah, right, exactly. World class
Prime
keeper.
Petr Cech.
No,
But,
no keeper was saving that. No keeper was saving that.
It just didn't make any sense. Because it was like it just come back from a throw in, right? Like by the touchline.
Yeah.
He just hits it with the
Yeah.
outside of his foot and it like just literally goes like that. Like, no,
Yeah.
impossible.
I don't think anyone could ever do it again if they tried.
No.
So yeah, he signed in January of that season, the 11-12 season, and he got 13 goals in 14 games.
Very nice.
That is
baller.
another half season wonder. And then he wasn't bad, but he didn't really do much else after
Didn't
that.
Didn't do
his
much
heights.
after that.
Yeah.
I think you got to mention their partnership as well. Cisse and Demba Ba.
Demba Ba.
Then, but yeah,
That was a cracking partnership
that's,
for Newcastle. And
that was the top.
then Demba Ba went on to do well. He went to loads of clubs, and he went to Chelsea. Went to West
Demba
Ham.
Ba did pretty well. Whereas Cisse
He's still
kind
playing
of
at Istanbul. He's still playing
Yeah.
at Istanbul Başakşehir or whatever. Because he played against United, I think, in the Champions League.
Oh, he's at
So-
Fenerbahce now. Looks like.
yeah. So
Was he at
Cisse
Fenerbahce?
Yeah.
Fenerbahce, yeah. So he in the end he did all
Cisse's
right.
at Fenerbahce. I was on about Demba Ba.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah,
I'm on
Demba
but
Ba
yeah,
was at
Cisse. I
Istanbul,
thought Cisse
but-
was done.
Oh,
So
that-
Cisse went to China. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
went
he
back
did
to
go to
Turkey.
China.
Which is fair. Just
Wow.
killed a bag.
Demba Ba went to China as well.
Oh, of course, because he scored that goal against Man U where the defence just disappeared a few weeks ago. And he just ran in.
Yeah. That's the Dembélé.
Yeah.
Which looked just like that. There was so many similarities with the run and the finish to the Gerrard slip goal. It was so weird.
I think it's his running style. Just I don't know.
Yeah,
You can picture
running
it.
style with
goal.
people chasing him.
Yeah.
It's just
That goal makes me so happy. That Gerrard slip goal. Literally,
well, we've
I
not
watched
done
it the
that for a
other
while,
day.
but that's for you, Harris. He don't watch him. Doesn't matter.
Don't care.
So I've got another one, a little bit more recent again. It's Sado Berahino.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So
definitely.
did you have
one
him?
season?
Yeah.
I didn't have him,
Massive.
but now you mentioned him.
Yeah.
He
So we got-
he was like one season wonder to literally the worst you could ever be.
Yeah. I know. So he scored 15 goals in the 14-15 season for West Brom.
Yeah.
And then just kicked off because he didn't get his transfer to Tottenham. And then didn't do anything for ages. And I think he's at Stoke now.
Nope,
I think
he's on
no.
loan in the Belgian First Division.
He's
Yeah. So he did something ridiculous. Like when he signed for Stoke, didn't score a goal for something like 900 days. So it was like nearly 3 years he hadn't scored a goal. And then I think he finally he did then finally eventually score in like his third season at Stoke. Yeah, his first 2 seasons at Stoke didn't score a goal. Third season finally did. And then I think he's now on loan at some club in Belgium, like Simon said.
that's what you want from your striker.
Is he scoring now? Do you know?
He's got 1 goal and 1 appearance so far this season. So
1 and 1. What a guy!
Yeah.
That'll be him done now for a couple of years.
How old is he's 27? By me.
I was gonna say he's not old. I don't think.
Yeah.
He's. So when he came on West Brom, he was like early 20s. I think he was like 21, 22. Yeah, I think he's just one of those players that I'm pretty sure what I read about him is that he's got ability like that. What's his name? Like Ravel Morrison, like just one of those players that just sort of, their attitude isn't quite there, their discipline isn't there.
Yeah,
But they've
I
got
think with him as well was
talent,
he had that. It all went to his head when he had that, like the transfers, similar to how it might happen with Fraser, but Fraser might do a little bit better. I think he's a little bit hungrier than Berahino, who just isn't at all.
No, I think he probably just threw his toys out the pram a bit too much, didn't he, when he didn't get his Tottenham, move, and then I think he's just not really recovered it since.
Definitely. So that was all of mine, apart from the big one. Have you got any others before we get to the absolute
I
goat?
do. I've got one more. Andy Johnson.
Oh, nice for Palace.
What a guy! Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
season. Baldy, what a guy!
I didn't call you Baldy.
I remember when he was playing for England as well.
I
In
know.
the he was in the Championship when he was at England.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he was. Because he smashed it. He was like 24 goals in that season for Palace.
And just didn't have it.
And then in all fairness to him, he had an okay career.
I think he wasn't he quite old by that point? Not old, but like he was like, I think he was nearer 30 than he was.
Because he was bold, he always looked old.
Yeah, maybe that's what
it
it is. Imagine being like bold, like fully bold though, at like in your early mid 20s.
I reckon it was going, and he just got rid, basically.
And you just said, yeah, enough's enough. Yeah, fair enough.
So 21 goals for Palace. But then they went down. So he was in the Championship season after, and then he moved to Everton. He got 11 goals. That's next season. Oh yeah,
he did go to Everton, didn't he? Yeah.
But then 6, 7, 3, 3 for Everton, Fulham.
Yeah, not quite the same.
Nothing for QPR, and then he went back to Palace and didn't play. It's not quite. I think he counts. That 10 kind of edges him away from it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Just.
Yeah. Right. Should we get onto the GOAT then?
Yeah.
Even I know who this has got to be. It's got to be who. Got to be.
Yeah.
Who is it? I won't spoil it.
Go on.
Do you want me to say it?
Do the honors.
It's got to be me. It's got to be Michu.
It is.
100%.
It's got to be Michu.
Yeah.
No one even comes
basically,
close.
I can't remember saying the term one season wonder before him. I don't know if it was a thing.
He coined it.
He was, so 22 goals in all competitions for Swansea. Another promoted side, I want to say, maybe second season. And they finished 9th.
Yeah, that's really good, yeah.
And then, he went to
Just
Napoli,
nothing.
but he didn't really do anything.
Nah. He was playing like the Spanish 4th division last time I heard.
Yeah, I know. So he was,
Before I don't know if he's retired now, probably.
yeah, so he went back to Rio Oviedo, which is where he finished
he
his
started from Oviedo,
career,
didn't he?
which is
Spencer
basically
FC.
Spencer FC, yeah. The only reason I know anything about that club.
Yeah, same.
Simon looking lost.
Was that Oviedo?
Real Oviedo, yeah.
Oh, Misha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. So he started there, and it was like, and then like years later, they had like financial issues, and Spencer FC did a YouTube video on it, and they basically just like requested for like funding just from like people buying shares, and it was like him, Cazorla, and one other player that came through their academy that just like went in and just like bought loads of shares, like made loads of awareness on it.
Okay.
So basically part in the club, and then he started there and he finished his career there.
That's cute.
But yeah, so 20 goals in 52 games for Swansea. And went on loan to Napoli, played 3 times. Didn't score again.
Guessing
And he
no
didn't
goals.
score
No.
he didn't score again until he went to Langreo in the Spanish
I think
second
4th
division.
Oh,
I think
really?
they were in the third. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were in the third when he was there.
Mm.
Third and 4th, yeah. So he really dropped back.
Yeah, right.
But I just remember
Yeah.
him. He was so good,
Goated.
and then all of a sudden,
He was so good. Everything he touched turned to gold in that season, I swear down.
That Swansea team were quite good.
yeah, was that Roberto Martinez? Was that Brendan Rodgers' time?
I think it was Brendan Rodgers'
I
time.
think it was Brendan Rodgers' time,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because it's what got him the Liverpool job, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the one. And then so who else they have in that team was like Sigurdsson in it as well.
Gylfi
Yeah, I think
Sigurdsson,
so.
yeah. He was their playmaker for sure. Trying to think who else was. What's his name there? When he was quite good, Nathan Dyer.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Went on to win the title with Leicester. Although he didn't play very many games, he still won a title with them.
yeah, you're right. Oh, Jonathan de Guzman,
Wilfred Bonny.
Wilfred. He smashed it, didn't
Bolly.
he?
He's a
Leroy
one season.
Leiter.
You got to add him to the one season wonder list. I'm pretty sure. Wilfred
He was.
Bolly.
I think again he was.
Did he do it over a couple seasons? Maybe.
I think he just about, and he did okay for City.
I don't think he did okay for City. Did
Oh, I
he?
don't know. I think Grace might be right.
I think
Really?
he had a bit of a
Yeah.
stinker at City. I'm pretty
So-
sure.
2 goals in 10 first season, 4 goals in 26. His best season was at Swansea.
He did it
16
twice.
34.
Oh no, he did it once for Swansea. Yeah, 16 and 34, and then 9 the next season. Yeah, he's a one season.
Just about.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, we'll get him in.
Yeah, definitely get him in.
We'll add him in. Oh, thank you.
Beer number 2. Love that.
Yeah.
I think that's all of them. Josh, do you have any others?
Well,
that you
that,
can think
the
of?
one that I knew you were going to mention Michu, but that was the one that I had in my head the whole time. I don't know, really. It's difficult because, like you said, like there's the one season wonder's quite a term, isn't it? Like a strong term. But it'd be like you could change it to maybe like a memorable season. For example, I'd say like Suarez, his last season at Norwich. No, not Norwich. His last season
Against
when he
Norwich
scored
and
those goals.
solely against
When he scored,
Norwich.
do you know what? Yeah, just against Norwich.
Yeah.
Those 2 games that season against Norwich, he scored like outrageous. He scored like 3 or 4 outrageous goals, didn't he?
Yeah, it was just unstoppable. And then, but obviously
that season he was a joke.
Carried that on for Barcelona, which kind of.
Yeah. So it's not like a wonder, but I'm just trying to think of like a
memorable season.
Where like a player's had an outstanding season. Yeah. Maybe like
Hazard, Chelsea's.
Yeah, Hazard before he went to
when in
Real Madrid
Antonio
the season
Conte's.
before.
Yeah. in that winning season, he was just ridiculous.
Unplayable, yeah.
Or even
Oh,
when Leicester
God.
won the league, like Mahrez. Hasn't really hit
Mahrez.
heights since. He obviously he's done
Dimitri
okay.
Payet.
Did you
Dimitri
see? Have you
Payet,
seen
yeah, for West Ham. That was
Payet's a huge one. Yeah, because that's the other thing. We've been pretty much solely been doing strikers.
yeah,
I suppose it's
Yeah,
difficult to
it's
then
quite easy to
judge.
judge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm guessing that's why. But if you could think of, we could maybe try and think a bit of outside the box, like midfielders, defenders, maybe. It's quite hard.
Yeah.
Keepers might be a good one.
keepers.
Like,
Yeah, the
keeping
only
our
one I could
keepers
think of was like Kujak.
Ramsdale.
Obviously,
Mm.
Simon's put Ramsdale into that.
Yeah, throwed it in.
Yeah, I can't think of a defender that's like smashed it and then just never been heard of again. Do we have any more? Or should we get into Tim Pot Team of the Week?
I think I'm done. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, Simon, take the floor.
Tim Pot Team of the Week.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Not on the levels of last week. Last week's was the
There's
perfect
varying
one.
quality. Depends how much air's in there.
Have you got any nominations for Tim Pot Team of the Week?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was going to say Serbia for managing to lose to Scotland.
Big. I think that's game over.
Hates it.
Yeah, we gave Scotland praise at the start. Yeah, Serbia deserve that.
Especially because they've got quite a strong team.
Yeah, I know. They have got
Yeah,
as
they've
much,
got-
and they only could equalise in the 90th minute. And like when you
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that,
it's like
it's kind of like
Jovic, wasn't it?
yeah. So yeah, like he's Madrid. Tadic is Ajax, but he's been quality like last few years.
Milinkovic, Savic.
Jovic is a
Milinkovic.
one-season wonder for Frankfurt. I know it's an early call,
Yeah.
but
That's
he had a
definitely
bang
a good
season at
shout though.
Frankfurt. Then he went to Real Madrid and had a stinker.
I think that is the absolute like any team in the big five European leagues who has a smashing season goes to Real Madrid. That is just it. You're a one-season wonder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like if
Yeah,
Hazard didn't stay at Chelsea so long, that's effectively what he is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any nominations. I think Serbia for losing to Scotland with the team they've got as well. All credit to Scotland, but Serbia should be winning that. Although
Yeah,
I'm glad
certainly
because I'd rather have Scotland in the Euros than Serbia.
Mm.
All right. Any other nominations, or is that decided?
I think it's international break, isn't it? It's not a lot.
International break, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Because
not a
even
lot.
England losing to Belgium is not that bad. Bit
I mean,
boring,
it's like no one really cares, do they?
bit of a whimper, but it's not Tim Pot. It's just
No.
a top-ranked team. I think it was Serbia. Yeah, Serbia's this
Give it
week's
to
Tim Pot
Serbia,
team of the
why not?
week.
Tim Pot Team of the Week.
That was a good ending one.
Thanks.
Better than the intro.
Pressure as well.
Right. So the other segment we have FPL Corner. Nothing's changed since last one. So I think bin it off. So, who wants to do the game? Simon, do you want to go against Gross, or do you want to be game master and I go against him? What are you feeling?
I'll be game master. I haven't done it for a while.
All right. So me versus Gross.
Okay.
Ready. So have you played this game?
Is this
So-
the one where you have to name a certain amount of clubs or players? Or
No. So we've got a new game now. It's basically
Oh,
a
okay.
shootout. Basically, the other game we copied and we've finally made our own game up pretty much. And so Simon will name two players and the season that they're in, and you've got to guess who scored the most goals that season.
Right. Okay.
So it's literally a 50-50 chance. Name the season. It gets
Do
obscure
we have
as well.
Do we have to name different people, or can we give the same answer?
So Simon gives you two, and you've got to pick one basically. Simon's the
Oh,
game
right.
master.
I see.
And it's a
Got it.
best of three. Like 3 goes each. If it's just a draw or sudden death, it's just a shootout.
Okay. Why not? Why not? But,
Cool. Simon, what year are you going for?
Who's going first?
The guest can go first.
okay.
Okay, let's start 2004, 2005.
Okay.
I go for Yakubu or Andy Cole. Who scored more?
It's got to be the yak, surely. Feed the yak.
Is that your
Feed
final
the
answer?
yak. Oh no! Now you've said is that your final answer?
Hate that Simon. No one else does this apart from
Done a little
Simon.
bit.
Hate
Nah,
that
I've
Delvin
got-
comes in.
But I've got to back the.
Back the yak.
I've got to back the yak.
You backed the yak, and the yak has seen you through. Yakubu with 13, Andy Cole with 12.
I would have got yak, definitely.
Yes.
You always back the yak.
You
Always
got to
back the yak. In fact, I don't think anyone when the yaks come in, every time we've done it, we've been like, it's got to be.
Got to be the yak. He's hungry. He's always hungry.
Okay, over to Robbie.
Right.
Same season. We're going for Frank Lampard or Peter Crouch.
Ooh.
It's quite a tough one.
That is a
It
tough
is.
one.
I'm gonna go Lampard.
Final answer.
Final answer Lampard. Yeah.
2 metre Peter with 12, Frank Lampard with 13.
Yes.
Oh, I would have gone
Easily
Lampard
then
as
saying
well.
2 metre Peter.
1-1.
1-0.
Back to Groves. Going to go for Jermaine Defoe or Robert Perez.
Ooh.
What year?
Same year.
05,
so
05, 06.
Same year.
04, 05.
04, 05.
See, I want to say Jermaine Defoe because that'd be the obvious choice. But I have a feeling that Perez did have one. There was one season that Perez did bang him in. And I'm wondering if it's this season. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with Robert Perez.
Your final answer.
It is my final answer, although I think it might be Defoe, but I'm going to go with Perez just to be contra. Yeah, go Perez, final answer.
Robert Perez, 14 goals. Jermaine Defoe, 13 goals.
Yes!
He's got it. He's got
backed
it.
himself!
Fair play.
It's quite a few goals.
That is, yeah. For a
That's
winger.
what I mean. I'm pretty sure. I think that must be the season I'm thinking of then when he
I
did
think so,
bang him
yeah.
in.
I can't see him. Oh, he does appear elsewhere, but not quite as high. Okay, so 2-1 to Groves. So let's go for... Let's get to the next season, 05-06.
05, 06, all right.
Darren Bent or Robbie Keane?
Darren Bent.
Is that your
Final answer.
Final
Because
answer.
that's the season that he should have went to the World Cup, but 16-year-old Theo Walker went instead.
Darren Bent with 18, Robbie Keane with 16.
That's
Yeah,
not the
that's
season.
right.
I got the seasons wrong, but still right, thankfully. I was very confident then, so I'm glad I didn't get that wrong. 2-2. I don't think we ever got the first 4 right.
Okay, back to Groves. So 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Going to go for Craig Bellamy against Didier Drogba.
Oh, no. It's got to be Drogba, right? It's got to be. I'm going to go... Oh, man. I can imagine just slimy little Craig Bellamy having a banger of a season that year and just like...
He's quite slimy.
Oh,
Don't know why.
yeah,
he's just there.
Oh, mate. He's... Oh,
Yeah.
Like greasing hell. Jesus Christ. I've got to back my boy Drogba. It might be wrong, but Drogba, final answer.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Craig Bellamy, 13 goals. Didier Drogba, 12 goals.
Oh, you hate to see it. Yeah,
Oh, for the win.
I had to do it.
For the
I
win.
kind of knew as well, but I had to back my boy Drogba.
All right, 2009, 2010.
Okay.
Emmanuel Adebayor versus Gabriel Agbonlahor. Very similar
Ooh, and it
sounding names.
rhymes.
Yeah, a lot of time for that rhyme. 09, 010 season. 09,
Yeah.
010.
No, it's-
I mean, technically, there's no before 10. Not how you say it. I'm gonna trust in Eggbon.
Final answer.
Final answer. Ultimate silver card.
Emmanuel
goals.
Adebayor, 14 goals. Gabriel Ogbonlahor, 13 goals.
Oh, sudden death.
Shootout.
Sudden death it is. Oh,
Okay, Groves. Same
death.
season.
Sudden death.
2009-10.
Yep.
We should go. Well, that'd be good. Let's go for Frank Lampard and Carlos Tevez.
Oh, why'd you have to do another
2009,
Chelsea
10.
player? Because you're. Oh no! Because now
Put
I
a
don't
head
know
against your
whether or not
heart.
You're doing. No, because you. Because now, do I? Oh no, no! Because I don't want to pick Lampard again and then be wrong just because I backed my Chelsea boy. But then I don't know if you've now double bluffed me.
I'm just giving you the facts.
Well, you're not giving me the facts, are you? Because if you give me the facts, you give me the goals.
You need the players.
Give me the players. I don't know. I'm going to go with Tevez.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Carlos Tevez, 23 goals. Frank Lampard, 22 goals.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
that's high scoring from both.
Yeah, when you said 23, I was like, there's no way he scored more than 23. This is just Premier League, right? Or is this all
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Lampard getting 22 Premier League goals in 1 year, by the way.
From a midfielder.
Unreal.
I know.
From a midfield. Anyway,
I have to get this right.
pressure's on.
Groves has got to win.
All right. 2008, 2009. Steven Gerrard or Fernando Torres?
That feels like a trick. Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard, yeah.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Steven Gerrard, 16 goals. Fernando Torres, 14 goals.
Yes.
Nice,
Gambled
nice. Gamble. Jeez.
This is a lengthy game.
This is, I know, this is supposed to be that quick game at the end.
Takes up half the video.
Okay, 2017-18, so quite recent.
Oh, okay.
Gabriel Jesus or Son Heung Min?
17, 18.
Yeah, it's quite a recent one.
2 years ago. No, 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the season that Pep? Is that the season that Pep started City? Or was that the first title-winning season? 1920. Yeah. Gabriel. I'm going to go Gabriel Jesus. Final answer.
Final answer. Gabriel Jesus, 13. Son Heung-min, 12.
Yes, he's done it again. Pressure's on.
Okay, same season, Robbie.
Okay.
Romelu Lukaku or Raheem Sterling?
I'm going to go Sterling. I want to say that was the Centurion season for City. So I'm going to go Sterling.
Final answer.
Final answer. Oh, I think it's Lukaku.
Romelu Lukaku, 16. Raheem
yeah,
Sterling,
Lukaku.
18.
Oh,
We keep going.
I would have said Sterling. I would have said Sterling as well, just to let you know.
Or, yeah, I think that was City's 100-point season. So I think that everyone.
Yeah,
just
that's why I went. That's why I went Jesus as well.
Right.
Oh, it's lengthy.
I know.
Sorry.
It's never gone this long before.
All right. 2015-16. So, is that Bournemouth's first season?
Yep, it was. Leicester winning the league season.
That's it. It's Groves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go for Troy Deeney or Odion Igalo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Igalo.
Igalo, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure they're both at Watford.
Yeah, they
That's
were.
fine. And they were a little bit of a partnership, weren't they? A little bit of a problem. And I seem to think that Igalo was they both scored goals, but I think Igalo, I would have said, might have edged it. So 50-50, but I'm going to go Igalo. Final answer.
Final answer. Igalo 15, Deeney 13.
Yes, come on.
Can't so long.
I knew
Right,
my
pick two
knowledge
more.
of Watford in 2015 would come through.
I remember Igalo just being class. Yeah. And then he went to China.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, now he's at United, like their fifth choice striker or something.
Okay, Robbie. Same season.
Okay.
Jermaine Defoe or Alexis Sanchez?
Oh, was that Defoe at Bournemouth? It was, wasn't it? No, not that season. Sunderland still
season
maybe.
After Sunderland, I'm
Sunderland.
pretty sure.
I'm going to go Defoe.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Jermaine Defoe 15, Alexis Sanchez 13.
Oh my god! I can't believe this. How long is this going on for?
This is ridiculous. Oh, there's going to be so much cutting. Right. Quick fire, Simon.
All right.
And same
Stick it up a
season.
bit. Okay. Let's go for. I think the two are outstanding that season.
If you have to go to page 2 or 3, go for it.
Right, 2016-17.
Right.
Josh King or Dele Alli?
Dele Alli.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Dele Alli 18, Josh King 16.
I was certain that was Josh King. If you gave that to me, I would have lost.
Oh.
We keep going.
See, that's where you've gone wrong, Robbie. That's where you can't put your club emotion into it.
Yeah. I just don't remember Dele Alli getting 18 goals.
All right.
That was the 1 year he did well, I think.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Cool. Yes, Simon.
Romelu Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez, 2016-17.
I'm going to go Romelu Lukaku.
Final answer.
I'll answer, yeah.
Alexis Sanchez, 24. Romelu Lukaku, 25.
Oh my god! I don't believe it. I actually don't believe it.
Do we call this a draw?
I think we can call it a draw.
Should we call it a draw? I'll happily call it a draw, Robbie.
I'm happy.
We've both just got exceptional knowledge of football. That's what I've learned from that.
Good game.
GG's all round.
That was like the penalty shootouts at the moment with no fans, where they're just finishing every single goal.
I was like, at least one of you is going to get one of them wrong.
Because that's the thing. It wasn't that we were both getting them
it's
wrong.
going to happen.
We were just constantly getting them right.
It's good knowledge.
We did like 5 in a row for sudden death, didn't we? At least.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I'd get you
All right,
the
we'll call it a draw.
one with Deeney and Igalo. Who knows
Yeah,
that?
but I seem to know that Igalo, like they were a partnership, but Igalo scored more.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm happy with that. We've never actually. No one's performed so well. Well played. Right, and I think that marks what I thought would be the end of the podcast 10 minutes ago.
What's the cutting?
Right. That was another one. That was another one.
Nice one.
Thanks for watching, listening on the audio. Like, subscribe. Twitter, Win Lose Draw Pod. Instagram, Win Lose Draw Pod. What's the email, Simon?
win.lose.draw.
No dot.
No dot yt@gmail.com.
There we go. What else have we got? Oh, yes.
Comment below.
Spotify. Search Win Lose Draw Podcast on Spotify. Comment below. Tell your friends. Please give us some more subscribers.
Please.
We've still got less than Josh's YouTube channel. Link in the description. If you're not, let's get him to 20.
You can have a party when you overtake me.
That's the plan.
How many are we? I don't even know how many I'm on. How many have I got? Like
You're on 18.
20? I'm on 18.
It's those montages.
Mate, it's the COD montages back in the day.
All over it. A few mini touches. Yeah, I'm going to put your link in the description. If you haven't already, subscribe to Groves. Get him to 20.
Yes.
Right.
New montage coming out soon.
Cold War montage coming out. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
Bye.